I'm back at Mike Harding speaking with their longtime mechanic Joe. He's been busy working on a light restoration of a customer's Range Rover Classic. When someone mentions Range Rover, I don't immediately think of the much loved L322 or a brand new pimp wagon, but instead the Classic. Growing up, my dad has had a few. Some have fared better than others though. Oh, and those donkeys are not included. Join me as Joe talks us through what he's been doing to this old Classic. Hang around for the end of the video if you want to see what a very sorry looking Range Rover could look like. Hey Joe,
you right?
Yeah, you're working on this very nice looking Classic, aren't you?
Yep. When you think
moment.
of
so this is in.
so
you Mike Harding. This is in at the moment for one of your customers. So what are you doing with this? Because at the moment, very shiny paintwork.
Very shiny. It's come back from the paint shop beginning of last week.
Yeah.
Customers had it from new, so he's the original owner from 1992.
Yeah.
Basically come in for a bit of a overhaul refresh.
Yeah.
Not a restoration as such, but more of an overzealous recommissioning, shall we say. Bodywork mainly.
I'm sure once you start looking, it's quite hard to not get overexcited with all the things which probably still need doing.
Yes. You do sort of want to go to the nth degree a little bit, if you're going this far, but budget-wise, he was fairly scrupulous on what his ideas were and what he wanted to do with it, which is fine. Everyone needs the boundaries to do with. So body-wise, once we actually stripped it down for the body shop, front arches, typical Range Rover Classic Disco 1, they were non-existent. Rear boot floor, rear inner arch piece and rear sills, again, non-existent.
So are these, this is stuff you're working on?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, so inner arches were all done because you could actually take the washer bottle out from underneath.
Wow. So how far, how much were you cutting in, sort of replacing?
So this is
particular one?
all but, so this is, top channel is original.
Yeah.
And then basically everything inside and everything where you can't see it's bolted to is new.
So you just fabricated that?
No, so you can buy the inner arches.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can buy them in complete sections, or you can actually buy them in panel sections.
Yeah.
So these two were repaired with panel sections, bought complete arches because we didn't know how far it would go.
Sure.
And then managed to retain quite a lot of it. Because again, with his budget, he wasn't interested in going to the nth degree of restoring. He just wanted it future-proof for the next 10 or so years, and just address all the MOT stuff that needed doing. Because
no, totally. And then you mentioned boot floor as well, because I know those.
Yeah, so the boot floor was
going
completely gone. On this corner in here, where all of the amplifier and stuff is, was all completely gone. There was a big hole, you could see the tank. So it had a whole new floor. The side pieces were okay. They were managed to be dressed. Arches were good, which is quite miraculous really. Normally if the floors are gone, the inner arches are non-existent as well.
Yeah.
But the main protocol with the back of this one was, again, typical. These were gone, and the backs of the rear sills where everything joins. Whereas now it's obviously all cut out and new because it's just as easy to do that.
I mean, you'd be hard pushed to tell, to be honest. That's a really, really tidy job.
Luckily, the body shop's very good.
Yeah.
And obviously, having replacement panels is a lot easier than trying to cut in with stuff.
Sure.
Trying to cut in with stuff, you'll always make it look like it's been joined. So, waiting for the windows to go in now.
Yeah, that's what we've got. So yeah, the
rear quarters and the windscreen to go in. Waiting for the tailgate to come back from paint.
Yeah.
So essentially, I'm just starting to dress through underneath and see what else I need to do, which is probably going to be quite a lot. It's going to be suspension components, brakes all round, and just make sure it's good underneath. Because it's
because looking at those,
it's still old. It's still 30 plus years old.
Yeah.
And everything does look fairly original. Chassis is very good, but let's say everything around it, the components are that old.
Yeah.
can't be helped. So miraculously, the interior is very good as well. He hasn't had to touch the interior really, bar the headlining, which again, supplement to it being a one-owner car.
Yeah, because this is an L reg.
L, yeah. So it's sort of last of the hard dashes.
Yeah.
Before they went to that like classic Disco 1 style inners.
Yeah. Are you going to get a new headlining in as well?
Yeah, so the headlining's up at the trimmers now.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things to come out and strip in the
so
inside.
I guess you can't buy that off the shelf anymore.
No.
Can you? So I mean, that's just...
I mean, if you could find something, you probably can. But
yeah.
You'd probably spend far too long trying to search for something. You just as well. The headlining itself was good. It was just sagging.
Yeah.
So it's more cost efficient to just have that recovered, basically.
Yeah.
It'll still go back as original, so it'll still be the same material.
Okay, yeah.
But just no, essentially. Same as what the rear quarter vinyls are. They were stripped and replaced as well.
Yeah.
Just new vinyl on there. Because again, against the new paint, there was nothing wrong with the old one. It was okay.
But it just stands out a bit more, doesn't it?
Against the new paint, the same with like light lenses and stuff. This had a couple of cracked lenses, but you put a new lens on and you've got 3 old ones, you soon point it out.
Yeah.
And they're still available. Just sourcing some front ones or trying to, and may have to still strip them out and debomb them, clean them, because it's only the insides that are all dirty. But again, against all of the rest of the newness, it just stands out like a sore thumb. So hopefully.
But no, nice attention to detail and stuff.
Yeah, it's the little bits and pieces, but.
And how's the engine in this? This sort of been kept pretty original.
Yeah, so all original. So the service stamps in the service book are what you'd sort of unheard of, because it was serviced by main dealer up until 2008, I believe.
Wow, okay.
So it's been very well looked after. It's not done many miles between MOTs at all. It's sort of a vehicle that's just sat in his barn and used for a shoot season.
Yeah.
And then put away again.
So you're just doing some light recommissioning?
So yeah, light recommission. It'll just be service work on the engine itself. It is really sweet. Belts, leads, plugs, oil filters.
And then we got here. Is that for?
So that's for the heater pipe, the metal heater pipe that comes in and across here. They're notorious for rotting out. They're again really hard to source and not really available. So this one wasn't actually a problem yet, but we're actually having a stainless one made up by an engineering company local to us.
Yeah.
Because that was one of, again, the customer main point.
Yeah.
He wanted that future-proofed because it had let him down in the past, but obviously in the past it was just replaced because it was available. Whereas now we're having to have one made, basically.
Well, it's sufficiently old enough, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
That stuff, yeah. Oh, excellent. Let's have a little look at the chassis, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Sort of,
So chassis-wise, it is actually, again, really good.
yeah.
The Classics and the Disco ones never really seemed to suffer that much chassis-wise. It was more the body around them, bit opposite to a Defender.
Do you know why that is? Or like why that could be?
I would assume it's only just the metal they would have used at the time. Or maybe the paint treatments was a bit different back in the day. They spent a bit more time on the chassis rather than banging them out.
Yeah.
So this one, although it's scabby, it is only literally surface scabby.
Oh no, it looks really solid. Oh, that's good. Yeah, even the exhaust. I mean, it's looking a bit scabby, but it's
let's say
solid.
His sort of basis was if it doesn't need replacing, he doesn't want it replacing.
Yeah.
And obviously it's still perfectly serviceable. It looks bad, but it really isn't. I think a lot of the main work that will go into will be, especially this rear axle, looking at the spring mounts and stuff. And whoever did the wibbly wobbly brake pipes back in the day, it just all needs neating up, and I'm assuming it will probably need spring mounts actually on the axle. Because they look very much like they're starting to not exist.
That's quite fun, the wibbly wobbly. I mean, I look like I could do that.
I mean, there is an art to brake pipes, but again, it's still got to look like you've done something presentable rather than not.
Yeah, nice. So what's left then? You mentioned you got a bit of this with the shocks.
So it'll be
springs,
basically once the top is done, I'll come underneath and basically start going through service work for axles and stuff. It will be springs and shocks all round, check the mounts and stuff. It'll probably have, let's say, the spring mounts, bushes and stuff, brakes. The rears look like they have been done at some point, fairly recent. Obviously we'll just make sure everything works. Brake pipes will all be done front to back. All of the front brake pipes, because this is a twin system because it's got ABS. So there's many brake pipes to do, and very awkward ones.
Oh, they're fun.
And then basically once everything's stripped out and down, it will be wire brush cleaned, properly treated, and then dinner trolled. With their it's almost like if you were doing it in Buzzworld, you'd use your chassis and one stuff. But Dinner Troll do a very similar product, so that's what we use.
Yeah, nice. It looks really smart. Really smart. We're back in a Range Rover Classic.
We are.
Yeah, what are you working on at the moment?
Since you were last here.
Well, what are you doing right now? So we've got some of the brake.
So, built this side up, swivel out. It's basically just had an axle refresh. Scoured down, so obviously all looking nice and shiny rather than awful like it did before. New swivels, CVs, brake lines, just making them up and making them look as pretty as I can and equal both sides. Springs and shocks. It's got the Britpart do the heritage Girling style shocks. Which is what the customer spec for this one. Normal springs, galvanised turrets, seat bases, just to try and stop it doing what it did before with getting to a rotten state. Because obviously, I don't think he'll clean it, judging by the state of what I've had to dig out.
We'll see. This is really nice and tidy now. So you say you've built up the whole front axle?
So everything, obviously the diff hasn't come out.
Sure.
But all of the shafts, as I say, CVs, swivels, basically everything external, because it wasn't a refresh rather than a resto.
So what more have we got? Because this was 2 weeks ago now, isn't it? That
so we've had some staff holidays. So in the past 2 weeks, I've probably only had 2, maybe 3 days on it. But since you were last here, rear axle's been gone through as well, and the front suspension all been built up, brakes have been built back up. Essentially what you do in a couple of days, but obviously from a time frame point of view, with staff holiday, it's just been a bit awkward. So waiting for some braided lines from Pioneer. Hopefully they're here today or tomorrow morning, because the rear brake lines have still got to do. All the stuff that's on there is what was on there, just so I can roughly copy length.
So where will you be running? So these brake lines here, how will you be looking to run those?
New clips will go in the chassis, in the axles. And then essentially everything will be clipped in as it should be, rather than floating about in the wind like it was. And it won't be wibbly wobbly. They'll be, correct length. And all of the rubber hoses are changed over to, say, Pioneer braided stuff.
Yeah.
So we can do it once and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, nice. Is that a new back box as well?
No.
Nope. Not? You just, it looks a bit tinier.
Cleaned it up. So because it's been one owned,
yeah,
it is quite remarkable of what has actually cleaned up, rather
That's
than
really good.
Rather than not. Most of the time, you do have to replace most of the stuff.
Yeah.
But because it's been fairly well looked after, and again, being a recommission rather than a just replace it,
yeah,
it's still in perfect serviceable order. So it's clean it up,
nice
tidy
and tidy.
it.
And what about the glass? Because the other week.
So the glass, we were supposed to have a chap come in, put the windscreen and the rear quarters in, I believe last Wednesday. But he wasn't happy with the rubbers and didn't want to break the screen.
So were those still the original rubbers?
No, so this was a new, but I believe they were probably Britpart ones, to be honest. They were very, very hard.
Okay.
So we've managed to source a better quality seals for the windscreen and the quarters. And currently they're up by the heater, softening, and he should be here Friday.
Nice, yeah.
And then he shall put the screens in. And then I can build the interior back in. The headlining should be back tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah.
And the funky stainless heater pipe should be here the week after.
Oh yeah. I just love the colour of this one as well. It's really good.
Yes, it says the colour code on the front. It's Ardene's green.
Yes. How much longer do you reckon you'll have it in? Are you expecting?
If I can have actual days on it, I've probably got 6 days left on it, 6 to 7 days, full days.
So all being well before Christmas?
Oh yeah, way before Christmas. Yeah, should be done way before then. I mean, I'm off from the 15th onwards, so it can be done if I'm not here. But we're having more and more boxes turn up. Bumpers and stuff are turning up.
Yeah.
And all of the rubbish little remedial bits that have been hard to get hold of are slowly turning up.
Yeah. That's really good. I have a little poke in here.
It's probably very dusty having the windows in it with what I've been had to do.
Oh, excellent. Oh, cool. So what are you doing? So in here where you're messing around again,
Yep.
what were you going to be? So what are you doing today?
So I was literally just finishing off the hard lines here.
Yeah.
I'd say the braided lines should be here tomorrow, I believe. They were being made yesterday, so by the time they're posted, probably be tomorrow, hopefully today, but more than likely tomorrow. And then I can finish off the front end brake-wise.
Yeah.
And then obviously, so today was basically getting brake pipes in order. I'll do the same with the back axle. Just get the hard lines to the flexies done.
Yeah.
And then await the flexies and then
Yeah.
bleed it, which can be a bit notorious on the older ABS stuff. That's why everything's sort of clamped at the minute, not letting
Do you know
everything
what
drain.
makes it a bit of a pain?
I mean, so this older dual style caliper, you've got 3 bleed nipples.
Yeah.
And there is sequences, and it's compared to some of the more modern stuff, it's not a difficult process. It's just awkward, a bit of a pain in the arse can be.
Yeah.
If you let it drain, it drains the little sphere that's in there, little like a compensator sphere. It just becomes. I mean, there's 3 or 4 bleed nipples in the engine bay as well. Once everything gets empty, it can become a right pain. But
So I guess this would be fairly early ABS technology as well.
Yes.
It? So
yeah, very crude.
yeah. I know. I'm looking forward to seeing this one finished up.
Yeah, well, hopefully, now that I say, now we're back at capacity in the workshop.
Yeah.
Hopefully, next time you're here, it'll actually be all but done. I would hope.
Happy days.
Happy days then. And
Yeah,
then
cool.
they can have it back for a good Christmas present.
Yeah. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Oh no,
All right.
cheers, Joe.
That's all right.
All right.
Cheers.
Viewer discretion advised. The following footage is very distressing.